With Barcelona playing like this, I don't know how Real Madrid didn't win this La Liga earlier.
Welcome back to El Merengue Culé. I hope you're having a great day after this Barcelona game. I'm not having the best of days. That was a horrible performance by us. Take it away.
I mean, if I was a Barcelona fan, I would be completely furious right now. You see a team out there that I don't know if they're just giving up by now, but
they don't want it.
You see a team that's just jogging, that they don't fight for the ball.
They're just going through the motions.
Yeah, they're really just going through the motions. Like, walk us through the lineup.
Let's break this game down. So Setien started off with 4-3-1-2 with Ter Stegen, Jordi Alba, Piqué, Lenglet, Semedo.
Same defense as usual.
The midfield was Sergio Roberto, Sergio Busquets, and Vidal, Riqui Puig at the attacking mid,
which is exactly what we had wanted.
We had wanted that. We had been asking for this, and we got it. We had Messi and Griezmann up top.
Yeah. Initial thoughts when I saw that lineup, I very much liked it. I like the fact that Setien took the initiative to bench Suarez.
Yes.
He had not been doing anything in my opinion, and then continued giving Griezmann the confidence, the approval of saying, you had a good game last time, and then you get to start again. And then meanwhile, also letting Riqui Puig command that attack.
Yeah.
Once again, his energy, him at attacking mid, it looked promising. I was like, I'm excited to see how Barcelona's going to play this game. In the first couple minutes, it wasn't bad at all. I liked it.
We saw Riqui Puig, we saw Griezmann doing a lot of off-the-ball movement. We saw, again, Messi tracking back, trying to win the ball back from a little behind and try to penetrate. And this created a lot of space on the right-hand side for Semedo to make penetrating runs. If there's any positives we can take away from this game, was that right-hand side and how well Semedo has been attacking.
For sure. I mean, Valladolid's defense was completely caught off guard. It looked like they could not defend their backs at all. Semedo was making, like you said, those deep runs every time, and Messi, Vidal, everyone was picking them out so you could give low-driven crosses to Griezmann, to Messi, to incoming Riqui Puig. It was like a Barca festival of attack.
Yes.
Those first 15, 20 minutes.
And let's talk about Griezmann. Griezmann up
Highs
top.
and lows.
His attacking game was atrocious.
Okay, hold on. It got bad as it went on, but I think it started off really well. When I started watching the game, I was like, wow, Griezmann is making a lot of off-the-ball movement, and I think because I was contrasting it to Suarez.
Okay.
Because Suarez, he doesn't move anymore. The poor man, to me, looks like he's a statue. He's a cone up there for me. He gets the ball, he has no explosion, and so when I saw Griezmann, like he looked like energized. He was like checking in and like making that deep run. Like I was like, wow, like Griezmann's really bringing some energy. And so those first 5 minutes, it was good. Off the ball movement, which is the thing that I've been preaching that Barca and Real Madrid don't have at the moment. Off the ball movement. However,
his finishing at least. Sure.
His finishing was atrocious.
His finishing was bad. To start off with, we had one counterattack from a Valladolid mistake where Griezmann took the ball down the left-hand side. He had Messi coming in on the right-hand side. He saw him, he looked at him, and you could tell he was looking for that pass, but Valladolid did a great job of cutting that pass out. And he didn't know if to still try to go for it or take a shot, and he didn't do anything with the ball.
And I'm sure in Messi's mind, like this is what pisses him off. He was wide open. He's like, it's just an easy pass to him, and he's like, this is why, like I'm not getting these easy passes. Like
I don't think it was that easy of a pass. If you watch it on the replay, the pass was cut. But he made it too predictable that he wanted to go with Messi.
Maybe I haven't seen the replay. I mean, just from like watching the game.
Yeah,
it looked a little predictable.
And then another big one that really highlighted his finishing was Semedo penetrating on the outside, finds a good solid cross in, and Griezmann whiffs it. Yes, it's on his right foot, but a player of that caliber, you have to put that away. You have to
look like me in middle school, just the finishing day. No, still to this day. No.
However, let's talk about Vidal.
Oh, that was a decent game.
It was
the finish.
That's what. Yeah.
So watch this goal right here in the replay.
Beautiful pass for Messi.
Yeah, I don't know how he pick points that pass anymore.
What a striker's instinct. That's what we're used to seeing of Suarez. What we want to see out of Suarez.
But Vidal pulled it off. Funny enough, after Vidal scores, you see him look up at Suarez. He went like this. You just see Suarez laughing on the bench where he belongs.
A good little taunt.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, from there on, the game leveled out. Valladolid kind of figured out what Barcelona was doing and started defending a lot better, and it just became kind of a stale game. And that's kind of how it ended. I think Valladolid had one clear chance, but not much after that. And then came the second half. What happened in the second half?
We wanted to see Setien do something. We wanted to see him change up the game in some way. And off the bat, 45th minute, he takes off Griezmann. Very interesting.
I didn't agree with it.
Puts in Suarez. I thought it wasn't that bad of a move. I didn't like Griezmann's performance, at least in terms of attacking. So I was like, you know what? Bring Suarez on. Maybe as a super sub he can change the game. But it was clear that it was the wrong move.
In my opinion, when I saw the sub, I completely disagreed with it. Why? Because I thought Griezmann was, like I said before, bringing a lot of off-the-ball movement, which was creating space for Barcelona in those wings, which is how I think Semedo had so much free space. But also, you're getting rid of a sub. Yes, you have 5 subs, but you're getting rid of a sub so early on, and you're taking out a young player, or at least a player that still has a lot to bring to the game, in my opinion. For Suarez, that has been terrible for me lately, which we'll get to later. But what I would have done is I would have kept on Griezmann for another 10, 15 minutes, see if he does any good. And if not, if you really want to bring in Suarez, then take out like Ricky Puig or another one of your center mids, drop Messi back to that center attacking mid where he played last against Villarreal and did amazing, and then leave Griezmann and Suarez up top. That's what I would have personally done.
So, again, off of that, a few minutes later on to the game, Setien takes off Ricky Puig and Busquets.
Yeah, a troll.
I mean,
I didn't even know what he was doing there. Taking out Busquets, your only center defensive mid, and he brought in Junior Firpo, a left back. So it's like, are you going to go with 5 in the back and 3 left backs? Are you changing up the formation? Are you bringing a center back to center mid? Takes out Lenglet later on? I just don't understand what's going on through his head.
And how does this impact the game? We had no midfield. Absolutely no midfield.
Yeah.
And we got lucky our backline was playing well. I mean,
Began Ter Stegen. After he made those subs, Barcelona completely changed it, not for the good. They collapsed.
We were just getting penetrated and attacking. It was like all up to the back line to save the game.
Yeah. I mean, Ter Stegen, I think by the end of the game, you said he had, 8 saves?
Yeah.
6 saves. And then Jordi Masip, the Valladolid goalie, 4 saves. Yeah. I mean, that goes to speak a lot. A Valladolid team that barely has much firepower up top, creating so many chances on them. They were just relying on Piqué flicking, tipping shots off, and obviously so many great saves from Ter Stegen. Like I said, the theme for me for Barcelona this year, Ter Stegen, their savior. Yeah. It was, man, I just, like I said at the beginning, I don't know how Real Madrid has not won this league earlier with Barcelona playing like this. Sure, whatever you want to say in the comments Real Madrid has been winning up with penalties and stuff, but they're attacking more. And they're being so solid defensively that's what has gotten Real Madrid those wins.
The points, yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
After watching this Barca, it's take 1 step forward and then 2
in the
back.
earlier games, yeah. And then this leaves so many questions, not only for La Liga. I think La Liga by now, after this performance, it's pretty iffy. As to if y'all still have a chance to win it, but for the Champions League, which, by the way, for the Champions League, we're going to be doing a video later on in which we're both going to be predicting through the bracket who we think our winner's going to be, but we're going to leave that for a couple of weeks from here, whenever Champions League is coming closer and we've seen the end of La Liga and all the other leagues around Europe. But yeah, with that being said, Barcelona...
So, okay, let's talk about our worst player of the match. I think we can agree it's Suarez. Luis
Suarez.
I mean, he would get the ball.
Truck.
Yeah, he was so slow. It looked like he was running injured.
Yeah.
Has he fully recovered? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, he was tripping over himself on the attacks, giving up possession, faking penalty. In my opinion, a lot of people argue that was a penalty. In my opinion, no.
He ran into the player to try to fall.
He stuck his leg into there to look for the penalty.
Yeah. There was the one time y'all won the ball back. It was a counter. It's to Luis Suarez. It's kind of like a one-on-one. He just really has to beat him with pace that he used to have, and it's like he was running slow motion. The Suarez that I have never seen before. I've always really respected Suarez. Great striker for me, but right now he's really going through it. Yeah, it's rough.
With all this together, who do you think is Barcelona's best attacking trio? I mean, Fati's coming back.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Y'all are definitely gonna have to figure out for the Champions League coming up. I think that's where y'all need to start focusing. Y'all need to start taking the rest of La Liga, the 2 La Liga games left, as basically your preseason for that Champions League, I think. With that being said, guys, as always, if you made it to the end of the video, make sure you hit the like button down below. Hit the subscribe as well to stay up to date with all the latest analysis here at El Merengue Culé. As always, have a great day. We'll see you guys next video, and
Visca Barça!
¡La Madrid!